Game
Nice.
one
Oh,
taking place here on North between NOTEA and WB. Green team for this game will be running Ohio, Des Moines, Moscow, Daring, Quebec. What do you have for the
that's
Reds?
a nice lineup. Red team does have an Ohio as St. Vincent, Double Des Moines, Venezia, Haragumo, Gearing, Daring, and Eclair themselves.
Indeed. Because everybody needs more Quebecers in their life. Right, so, um,
Let's have a look at funny builds.
well, yeah, let's start with the green team. Green team, what are you going to be running around with? Okay, I was asked if I could move this down here and just keep it open, like, as often as possible so people could have a look at the builds themselves. But I don't know if it's, like, going to be too distracting. But I'll just do it anyway. Alright, Daring, what you got? You have relatively standard stuff. We have this Kleber here with Fearless RPF, no leg mod or anything like that. We have a Daring here with a relatively standard stuff. Not choosing to use the new Daring unique upgrade, which I have reason to believe is absolutely brokenly strong. It's relatively tanky Ohio, relatively tanky Ohio. Yeah, these are pretty standard builds. There's nothing that
Yeah.
crazy about them.
Especially interesting is that most of the builds of like the same ships are actually identical. The Moines are running
Yeah,
the same build, the Ohios are running the same build. The Darings have a slight difference, but oh well.
that's a range mod Venezia.
Is it arrangement Venezia? It is
Yeah.
arrangement Venezia.
We got a Haragumo that's running AFT, unique upgrade. Not running the extra superintendent for the extra smoke, so I guess he just doesn't think he's going to need that extra smoke. Vincent, relatively standard. Yeah, he's a pretty standard build, so there's nothing too extreme going on here. Maybe this guy.
I don't like the damage con mod on the Ohio. I think it's a nerf instead of a buff, even
I've
though it looks like a buff.
I spent far too long in a voice chat with several Penta members last night, and they started going on about priority target addiction. So I'm still going to start complaining about priority target just because Penta told me to. But yeah, that's about it. All right. Otherwise, we see some early radaring going on. Nothing really too much damage going down. We Brave Express there took a bit of a chunk of 5k. Other daring on his way out, not really taking that much. Not the end of the world in either one. Let's have a look at the initial deployments around that though. Kleber and Daring over at the A cap for the green team. Daring Des Moines at the B cap. That Des Moines position is so risky. I prefer a Moscow there, honestly, given the choice. Ohio going to be hovering up behind them, and then over at the 10 line we have a Quebec going with a really long route around the cap, going the safe way, followed up by Ohio, Des Moines, and Moscow. Ohio and Moscow currently heading to Jupiter before they turn back in.
And on the red side, we have Gearing Venezia going south of A with the Gearing currently just putting down a smoke screen for the Venezia, who is already spotted here. In mid, we have a really strong force of Daring, Kleber, Des Moines, and an Ohio trying to contest B. And Haragumo, Vincent, Des Moines are the ones going for the 9-10 line with no one contesting C directly. So the red team also putting this Des Moines in the spicy 6-line spot.
One of the Des Moines just got giga chunked, by the way. Yes, this one, the one that I was talking about moments ago about being in incredibly risky position, just got like a little love tap
Oh
from
yeah,
the Ohio there. Yeah.
the Ohio is staring at it.
This is the problem here. If that St. Vincent there was another Ohio or another long-range battleships, the Des Moines would be forced back, and then there'd be cross shots coming in from the other one, and then you'd have to wiggle back and forth. It's just such a dangerous position, and Des Moines
It
really
is
doesn't have the.
possible. Yeah, it is possible to kinda sit safe, unless the battleships are literally like 3-line and 8-line. At that point, you kind of just have to play around, not being spotted.
Grit your teeth and bear it.
Yeah.
So I want to talk quickly about this Venezia. The teams have chosen that they don't want to run a Brisbane in this position, instead thinking that the Venezia is a much stronger option for this kiting flank, and personally I just think Venezia gives up too much to the Brisbane. If you're going to be smoking something up here, you want something with a radar preferably, just so you can like say, this is our area, you are not touching it. Do not pass go, do not collect 200 pounds. Like, the Daring can go and spot these things, but it feels the Gearing can go and spot these things, but it feels like if he gets caught, it's going to hurt. Right, Radar's coming back out with B cap,
Yep.
by the way.
They are going very aggressively with the Venezia, though. Just they realize that Nochi doesn't really have a lot of firepower on the A cap.
We're about to see the same thing happening to the southern Des Moines, the northern Des Moines, except this team does have two Ohios. The far Ohio on the 10 line there has popped a spotter plane, does see this reversing Des Moines, and he's going to be looking for that salvo. The first Ohio got a salvo into his bow and chunked him pretty hard.
That was pretty lucky. Des Moines did not get punished for that.
Yeah. Gonna be
Also, not doing a good reverse here. He needs to stay close to the island if he wants to stay safe.
He is using the legendary module and the acceleration module, so he can do a lot of like forward, backward, blah, 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 blah stuff. But yeah. Meanwhile, over on the 10 line, looks like we're about to have a meeting of the minds.
There's another Ohio server coming in though.
Is there?
Still not a lot of damage.
Yeah, the Venezia is playing quite aggressively, actually. They have managed to take control of it. I'm just waiting for this fight here at the 9-10 line to break out, because this Des Moines has a slight issue of, well, there's an Ohio bearing down upon him. Sounds kind of fun, doesn't it?
It does not.
You're usually in the Ohio, so...
Yeah, so... NOTEA does have a ship advantage here, however, you are pushing into Des Moines and the St. Vincent, which isn't the greatest things to push into. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they actually dislodge this.
Daring got caught on a radar and then beached himself on the way out here. He's actually going to be suffering. He's currently caught on the radar. Des Moines looks like he wants to push around the corner and try and get the finishing blow if the Daring doesn't get it himself.
Yeah, it's another 14 seconds of radar. That would be enough to get the kill here.
Yeah, that's, yeah, they pick him up. Yep. He gets caught on his way out of the cap. Just punished hard.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not paying enough attention to the terrain, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
One of the Ohios just got chunked.
By what? Oh, did he eat torpedoes?
Torpedoes, apparently. Yep. Yeah, he ate torpedoes. There's two drops missing from these sets. So, running damage gone, running here. He's getting shot by the Kleber, who's trying to get a primer fire in this position. Damage gun going down now.
Big Cap being swung by the red team after they get that daring kill. That just leaves that Des Moines all on his own. Honestly, if you're the red team, do you make some sort of play for the red Des Moines here?
I don't think you have to right now.
You don't have to, but you can. Like, they have this, they have the Ohio, like, down here anyway. They may as well just send it up the channel.
They could try this, but you also need something, like, inside the B cap that can shoot the Des Moines if he goes forwards. And I don't really see WB really having that right now. There's two DDs below B. There's the gearing below on A. The Venezia is too far away. And their own Des Moines is currently going towards C anyway, so...
Yeah, Des Moines is going to the death position, apparently.
In fact, I'm a little bit worried about
DD violence.
WB...
Clever takes a torpedo from the gearing, sorry.
Yeah, gearing and daring spot each other. Smokes are being popped.
Gearing's still spotted because he's accelerating out of the smoke, and you don't want to be spotted in front of a Kleber daring. That hurts. Venezia salvo's just not ready, apparently. Also, the Kleber is kind of bowing to that salvo. There's another salvo coming in. The Ohio decided that instead of going for the daring, he was going to go for the Venezia in that circumstance. I think I would have went for the gearing here, but yeah.
I'm a little bit worried about the Kleber on B here. He doesn't see the Des Moines coming. And the Des Moines is actually just going. He's realizing that there's nothing in B stopping him from just going forward here. And he's gonna catch the Kleber.
Well, the Kleber's stirring in and dropping his torps. So the Des Moines turns out now. Kleber accelerates away, but he's gonna get chunked again and again. Does his reload booster with AP, but the Des Moines already angled. Des Moines turns out, dodges all the torpedoes. Kleber loses 75% of his HP for nothing, basically, there.
Yeah. He holds on a permafire right now, and the Des Moines is gonna flip B here. There's nothing they can do. Meanwhile, on A, WB actually counter pushes again and picks up the Kleber and potentially the daring as well. They lose their own daring in the process, but NOTEA's daring is down to 500 HP, is running a here now.
I was busy looking at the 10 line here because we have Moskva on Des Moines. Like, something is happening here. It's just a little bow on trading. We do a little bit bow on trading.
There's also the NOTEA's Des Moines also waited and picked up the low HP Kleber from mid. I think that's a kill here.
Yeah, the Kleber has somehow found his way into the face of that Des Moines.
So another kill for NOTEA here. And then Moskva gets absolutely wrecked by the Vincent. And the Ohio, I think, as well. Or was it the Des
Yeah,
Moines?
I think it was a combination of like factors. You have the Ohio, the spotter playing up. We have the Vincent. Yeah, I think he just got like, yeah.
Yeah, just focus down. And now NOTEA's position on C is really, really compromised. There's two battleships coming in, one from inside the sea cap, the Vincent from the 9 line. There's a Des Moines on the 6 line having cross shots on this Ohio.
And a
While
Kleber.
yeah, one ship goes down already. And I
Yeah,
don't think
Kleber.
this Ohio can get away here.
No, and the Des Moines free farming him. He's perma spotted by the Vincent just existing, or the Ohio just existing. So that Ohio gets farmed out, and that's just going to leave a single lonely Des Moines with, like, you know, Des Moines, Haragumo, Vincent on his face, and an Ohio potentially going up around the back of them. So that means over at B cap, we have the lonely Des Moines. Well, I'm not sure what his play is, but he seems to be making one. Daring and Gearing have spotted each other again back at the A cap. Gearing goes down. Not really sure why he was pushed back in.
Yeah, Darren goes down. He was low HP, and even with that heal, it was just not enough. Ohio ends up eating a Venezia top, and the Gearing does survive.
Yeah, that Ohio's now in, like, serious amounts of danger. Venezia can just, like, farm him for free and, well, Gearing and top him. Like, that's a low health Ohio. But yeah, this Ohio back on the 9 line, he's going down now. Des Moines looks like he's going to be picking up the kill with this salvo. If not, the Vincent certainly will. And that just leaves, yeah, we got two very lonely looking Des Moines and a very lonely looking Ohio. Scratch that.
They do actually trade for the Vincent, but it's just not worth it at this point.
Radar comes out from the from one of the from the green Des Moines there, picks up the Venezia's incoming, picks up the Des Moines approach, picks up the Ohio's approach. So the Des Moines now realizes that he it might be worth surrendering his crew to save their lives. Unsure about that, but he's not about to have any fun.
Yeah, I think at this point the game is pretty much decided.
No,
NOTEA, unfortunately, losing too many ships here. They're gonna lose to Des Moines on the 9 line. And NOTEA's second Des Moines on the 6 line isn't in that great of a position either.
Yeah, no, he's kind of stuck between a Venezia and an Ohio. Right, that one goes down. Back over to this one. Ohio versus Des Moines. Who's your money on here at, like, you know, 3 kilometers?
That's not really landing. But like this Ohio is at 91k HP. There's nothing you can do in Des Moines.
I mean, you can carve chunks out of it for a while. You might be shooting a little far forward though. Or I might be getting decent, I'm not sure.
Yep.
Well, and this just leaves our friend in the Ohio over here, who is now eating torps.
Who's having fun with the Gearing?
Okay, he's not eating torps because desync.
We love that.
I think, honestly, it might be due changes in spectator slots. I'm not sure. Oh, that's TC Freer in the Gearing, by the way.
Yep.
They wouldn't let him play some as it's banned.
Aww.
I know, right?
So yeah, the question is now, does the Ohio die within 1 minute 30 or not?
Well, the Ohio just shot, so TC can open up now with his main guns. Can open up with his main guns, if he chooses to or not. The Ohio is slowly stopping, which means that he's going to dodge all of the torpedoes, most likely.
Doesn't look like it. In fact, he's basically stopping right in that spread.
So I'm going to press buttons on my stream helper because, you know, I think we're a little bit of a break here. I'm going to press the score 1-0 button. I'm going to press the set winner button. And then it just makes my life easier. Ohio torpedo belt hard at work there. TC with excellent trigger discipline, deciding that he doesn't want to have to be forced to put down his wounded opponent. Would rather let the crew. Well, I say that he is torpedoing. And the Venezia comes in to steal TC's kill.
Alright, and with that, game 1 goes to WB. Good job. And with that, we are gonna go to map number 2, which is Shatter.
Oh, it's actually pronounced Shatter.
Lander.
Do you still have it spelled as Shatter on your stream?
I don't have. No, it's Shatter.
I was when we were watching NA streams, and I was watching some of the Asia streams this morning. There's still quite a few people with Shatter listed. It's like,
Nice.
If only there was a channel where I was like posting updates to the streamer pack that everybody really needed.
I mean, look. I mean, like we saw how much of a clusterfuck that was.
We did. Alright, best of 2 scene, yeah? Okay, on next map. That stinger. I'm changing something. Transition table. I'm going to change all these stingers to 2,000 milliseconds because I'm pretty sure the transition point is wrong. So we'll go this. Okay, I select everything with KOTS stinger. No, that doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. I'm pressing buttons. Don't mind me. You can talk, you know. It's fine. You're allowed to talk. Good talk, Henning. Good talk.
I wasn't talking.
I know. That's the problem. That didn't do anything. Ah,
It's trying to achieve.
I was trying to fix the stinger transition out of the winner scene. Actually, I can just do it on there.
Oh man.
I don't know. It's fine. Anyway, right. Next map, Shatter. Let's go. Map intro video.
The picturesque coastlines of the maritime provinces of eastern Canada form the backdrop for a titanic clash of opposing fleets. These steep cliffs and jagged rocks will soon echo the thunder of heavy guns, and only one team will emerge supreme. This is Shatter. Shatter is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. In this new configuration, Cap Alpha on the left is arguably the safest for destroyers. Though there are plenty of nearby islands within radar range, the cap perimeter is wide open, providing unfettered access and a multitude of ways in and out. This directly contrasts with Capture Point Bravo in the center, which is more claustrophobic and has only a handful of entrances and exits. Ships caught out here typically fall under tremendous focus fire from both map edges. On the right, control of the new Charlie Cap is likely to depend heavily on commanding the island on the western edge. Expect teams to deploy ships both south of this island and to the 9-10 line on the extreme eastern edge as they vie for dominance. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Shatter.
Yay, my automatic scene switcher didn't work again. Alright, tools. Automatic scene switcher. No, not automatic. Advanced stream switcher. Yes. Alright, let's just disable. Right, let's stop you running. Start you running. Let's double check my macro, which seems to be balked. Run in parallel to other macros. Sure, that works. Alright, I give up. I tried. I tried. Attempts were made. Alright, so yes, what are we, why am I on map pool? Next map! Shatter. So, tell me, what do you expect to see on Shatter?
Golden glue.
Probably. We're probably going to see a bit of gluing.
Maybe a trump or two.
Yeah. No, I don't want to see trumps. They're weird. They don't actually bring any value to the map.
Apparently we're playing shots instead. There we go.
We could combine the two into shots.
Can you Wait, we had shards and King of the Sea as well at some point, right?
You might have had the shots during King of the Sea. I did not have the shots during King of the Sea.
I think we had shards during the CV cards,
Um,
which was absolutely horrendous.
the map Shards was played during KOTS because I remember playing that one myself. So that was like 11? 11.
Pretty sure COTS 8 we had it as well. It was the first COTS with the new CVs.
No, I didn't play KOTS
And also
with
the last COTS with the new CVs. I wonder how that happened.
When I played in KOTS, I remember playing on Shards, but I remember not having to deal with CVs. But yes, right, anyway, Shards, yes. General strategies on this map involve send something A, send something C, a fiesta happens in B, somebody runs through it, everything dies. That's generally how that goes, right?
Something along those lines.
Yeah,
Also, someone is gonna like randomly drive through B at some point.
Yeah, that's what I said. That was after the fiesta part. The fiesta!
Ah. And I think we're ready to go now.
Are we all ready to go? Yeah, we're ready to go. Let's get ready to go. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. No? Okay. You lied to me. They're not in game yet. You lied to me. Why would you lie to me?
We are ready to go. That doesn't mean they're pressing the button. One guy unready.
I mean, we're not going to be that late for next game. If we start right now. Or if the game ends quickly. I don't know. There's possibilities. If it goes full 20 minutes, we might be slightly late for the next game. It's fine.
Meanwhile, my chat is throwing shade at me already.
To be fair, you
Very
deserve
nice.
to have shade thrown at you.
Why?
Several reasons.
It's
Do you
like
want them in
incredibly
alphabetical order?
rude.
Do you want them in alphabetical order, or?
Yes.
Anyway, sorry. Unfortunately, we don't have time to go through all the list of reasons that Henning needs to have shade thrown at him because we are about to drop into game number 2 here on Shatter or whatever you want to call it these days. I don't know. Professional introduction. Here we go. The map number 2, Shatter, all those things. Here, green team, NOTEA, going to be running Ohio, Schlieffen, Des Moines, Moskva, Hardenlev, Daring, and Kleber. That's a proper pronunciation of it, I've been told.
Is it?
No.
Alright, the red team is going for Ohio, St. Vincent, Double Des Moines, Marseille, Gaunliu, Gearing, and Double Kleber.
To be fair, I think my pronunciation of Howden's better. I think it's Howdenlev, but I'm not sure. Howdenlev? Yeah. Right, anyway, builds. Let's go have a look at the builds. Specifically, I want to check out the glue builds. But first, Des Moines, relatively standard. We have relatively standard Daring. We have relatively standard Daring as well. They've got slight variations of their build. One's taking Adrenaline Rush, the other's taking BFT. Honestly, you don't want to take BFT without... like, Adrenaline Rush is probably the preferred choice in that situation. Kleber here is going to be running the Improved Survivability Expert, so he's going to be using Alboino. He's also going to be running RPF and Turret Traverse mod and Fearless Brawler. Honestly, I think you kind of want to just take BFT plus the Turret Traverse spec rather than take Fearless, but it's up to you, really. Howden Lev going to be running full airstrike build and range mod. Range mod acceptable on Gullen because of how the dispersion formula works, but it's debatable whether you should use it or not. Des Moines here, relatively standard. Ohio, going to be pretty much full tank. Both Ohio's going to be running the same pretty much full tank build, I think.
Only my map introduction had no sound, even though I heard the sound myself, so that's great.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see like any like super weird builds. Everything seems to be pretty fairly standard.
Yeah, the Schlieffen's pretty much got the ideal build here as well. I accidentally thought that was an Ohio. He's running full secondary with the secondary mode, and then slot 6 he's not running. Sorry, in his commander perks he's not running fire prevention because you have the rapid cooldown damage con. Not sure if you want to take full damage con modules though. Like, I think you just want to go with like engine mod there, and slot 1. Your damage control doesn't last anywhere near long enough for that to be worth it. You really want to be using the normal module.
Sure.
because your torpedo tubes get incapped so easily. Anyway, builds for the red team quickly. Nothing too extraordinary on the Kleber or this guy or this guy.
Well, how about we talk about initial deployments?
I'm running over builds quickly, and then I'll get to that. I want to find the other Guden. Where's the other Guden? Where's the other Guden? I can't find the red Guden. There he is. Yeah, he's also running airstrike, but he's not using the Dutch commander. Alright, anyway, yes, initial deployments, that's a thing. Initial deployments for the green team. Over at the air cap, we're going to be sending Des Moines, and potentially the Ohio behind it. B cap, we have Daring, who's dropping a smoke already, or the Moscow behind it. C cap, we have Guden, Daring, and Kleber. It looks like the Schlieffen could go B or C, depending on how the match develops.
And on the red side, we have a single gearing going towards A. Des Moines, Ohio sitting on the 4 line. Not sure where they want to end up here, but I think they're kind of just staying here to contest B. Kleber contesting B directly over the 6-line island. The Golden Liu sitting there as well for support. That's actually a really unusual position for that ship, I think.
It's not. We saw Rain run that. We saw Rain run that specific position, so they're going to airstrike.
Right, yep. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So they're going to airstrike the C cap island.
There's a Des Moines just in the open on the 7 line being spotted shooting a Kleber. He's giving a lot of sight to the Schlieffen.
Yeah, he is.
But the Schlieffen isn't in time. Okay.
You got like 3 more ships to go through as well.
And lastly, we have Kleber, Massey, Vincent on the 9-10 line.
Wonderful. Right, so Kleber took a little bit of chip damage early on here. I'm not sure how he got spotted, but looks like both Klebers ran into each other and then decided, ow, that hurts, and left.
You mean both Klebers? That's a daring.
Wait, what?
And B, there's a daring.
I said C.
Oh, C.
Yes,
Yeah,
Charlie.
okay. Ah, I'm tired. Okay.
It's fine. Maybe I said B, but looked at C. I don't know. I don't know what I said. I don't really listen to myself. I don't recommend you do either.
Well,
Yes, anyway.
WB manages to flip C early, which will give them a nice point income.
That Schlieffen's gonna get farmed to hell by the Des Moines glue. The issue is, if they don't farm it down fast enough, the Schlieffen charging through the middle of the B cap is absolutely terrifying. Daring getting caught on that radar again kind of hurts.
The Ohio also has shots on it though, so this Schlieffen is gonna take quite a bit of damage.
Which Ohio?
Yeah, Daring.
That one.
Yeah, the Daring might actually go down here.
Yeah, I think he's suffering.
Like he's just not disengaging.
He was caught in the Moskva's radar for a while, and then thought he could take the fight with Kleber. Assumed the radar was going to end. Actually, no, he was in Des Moines' radar, not Moskva's, so he just assumed it was going to end, and just never did. He's still on fire. He's got no damage con for 10 seconds.
The red team doesn't even have a Moskva.
Look, I'm not a smart man. I looked at like the Moskva next to him, I think, and just said Moskva because yes. Because I was gonna go on about how the Moskva is rotating around to the side, but I just didn't I didn't process the thought fully. It's quite difficult processing the actual thoughts. How is this Daring spotted? Des Moines Hydro?
Possible. Meanwhile on the 10 line the WB push is already going on here.
Yeah, and they're getting a lot of ground there. And look at the glue's health.
Yeah, the glue is not gonna have fun with that.
No, he's not. He's already not. I'm not sure what did all that damage. Is that just airstrike damage?
Maybe he just peeked and got chunked by Vincent Marseille a lot?
Maybe.
I'm actually not sure. That's a lot of damage missing.
You got a decent drop on the Marseille there, but he didn't land any of the shells. It sounds like it. Right, he got a good job apart from not hitting any bumps. You know what I mean.
There was an attempt. The Schlieffen is still getting chunked by basically everything.
Yeah. This Des Moines on the 2 line, by the way, is being allowed to freely push into a gearing, and he's dropped the radar. He's actually caught him in the radar. Let's see what happens here. That's quite deep in the radar. This might be a lot of damage onto that gearing, although he's shooting EP at him.
That's a full duration radar, 40 seconds. That's gonna be annoying.
Short range. The Des Moines is being crossfired for this, but you know, it's not exactly a lot of damage there. Airstrike coming in on the Gluden Lou. I think this might be the end of him. Yeah, he's on fire, he's burning, he doesn't have access to Damacon, he's being burned out by the Marseille, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's a dead glue. Dead glue. But back over at the gearing, yeah, he lost about half health during that engagement, all said and done. Schlieffen still being farmed out.
And the golden glue on the 7-9 goes down to that really aggressive push here. And not gonna lie, WB's ships didn't even lose that much health for this. And look at the Schlieffen in mid as well. He has nowhere to go.
Well,
and
he's
at 11k HP. He's just going now. He needs to try to get something out of his ship.
He needed to go like 5 minutes ago. Like, look how much damage he's doing to the glue right now. He was scared that the Kleber was going to rush him. So he just like didn't want to go forward. And now he's waited until he has no health, so the Kleber just one-taps him. And it's, you know, it's not ideal.
Yep.
You could have potentially done something if you went earlier. Yeah. I mean, he did drop his torps towards the Guden on the way out, and the Guden is like backed up against this island, but it looks like he's gonna miss most of these. Yeah, there's a gap between the island and him.
And now there's a Moscow on the 6 side, caught broadside to the Des Moines in Ohio here. He might just go down immediately.
Yeah, not sure why. I think the Moscow decided it was a good idea to leave, and no, it was not, in fact, a good idea to leave. He's now leaving the wrong way under the water.
So, WB just getting a 3-ship advantage here, not even 10 minutes in. They have a commanding lead now. However, they do spot the Kleber here being solo. However, the Daring smokes up and the Kleber just despots.
Well, you're not despotted anymore because the other Kleber is running towards him.
Yep. They need to go for this kill.
I mean, they can get this kill. They can also probably disengage afterwards. Like, Kleber's opened up, he's staying spotted.
I'm not sure if the Daring can get away. The Vincent is just going.
Well, the Vincent has to worry about Wigglies. I mean, not Wigglies, Congas. Congas and Wigglies, the British and their strange torpedoes. Actually, the Kleber's getting away. Just shoot him.
Daring is spotted now.
Yeah, but they
do get the Kleber kill, but now this Daring is in a really precarious position.
Yeah.
Vincent Salvo kind of missing, which is surprising in that range.
Kleber made his way into the B cap. What the? Whoa, there's an Ohio, like... There's an Ohio, like, right next to this Des Moines. That might be a slight issue.
There's a push happening here.
There are things happening here.
Yeah, next
Ohio might be in danger of these torpedoes, actually. From the Daring.
Yep. They look pretty good.
Look, terrifying, actually. And if that Ohio goes down to that, then the Des Moines is just dead, right? In theory.
That's the game theory. Yeah, this Ohio's eating 5. I don't think he lives there, right?
If
yeah, he just goes down.
He doesn't.
Those were great jobs. Really good jobs here by the Daring. However, the NOTEA Ohio did take a lot of damage in the meantime.
He did, but he's still alive, and he has a couple of heals in the bank. You know.
However, Nexus 135 is trying to 1v1 the NOTEA Des Moines. It has like 10,000 more health.
Yeah, but
so he kind of needs help.
At this range, I think he can make it come down to turret RNG. But,
Yep. There's also gearing tops coming from the side, which, like, the Des Moines is gonna see these tops, however,
and he's gonna have them without... Angle.
Yeah, dodging them without exposing his citadel is gonna be difficult.
That's some nice torps.
Yeah, he's turning now, but...
I think he honestly he's now going to both take that one and get citadels, which is the worst of both worlds. Unless...
Yeah, but Nexus doesn't actually have shots right now, so he might just get away.
Guden just airstrike the Des Moines somewhere. I don't know why.
That was on the 5 line, north of B.
Ah, yes. Now we have a really awkward situation. Ooh.
Oh, the Des Moines drops down to 400 HP because of cross shots from Marseille Vincent. He barely lives.
If Nexus had had the last couple of shots out there, he would have taken him out.
Yep. Now Nexus is actually in a really strong spot because the Ohio can't really get to him, and the Des Moines is too low to actually push him.
Nothing like the Ohio can just walk around in his face.
The Ohio, unfortunately, is ass into Nexus position right now, so
That is
Nexus can just drive around the island.
Darren gets caught there. Not sure how.
I think he went into the gearing and just reacted too late.
Ran into the gearing and then shot because he was still spotted when the Des Moines got the salvo out, but yeah.
Yeah. No, he's daring in the background, takes a Clipper top and dies as well.
That's painful.
That is very unfortunate.
Right?
He was outside the smoke, but the tops are going for that smoke screen. Yeah. The Des Moines gets caught by the Vincent, and now there's like a lonely Ohio against the world.
No,
and
it's
I
not
don't
just
think
him. He has a friend in the club out all the way over there.
Well, the Clipper doesn't.
Oh! Ouch! Yes, the
Nexus
Ohio.
over peaking just a tiny bit.
Was that ray gun
And gets
only?
punished.
I think it might have been ray gun only, you know.
Yep. I mean, Ohio needs like two Ohio only needs like 2 bow sets to get the mine kill there. So not that difficult to get that.
Time for the shot on the Marseille too. Damn, well, it chunked him. Like, there's so much kill potential here for the Ohio, by the way. Like, you can kill this Marseille as long as the Vincent doesn't run around on him first. If the Vincent runs around too much angle, like, that's not an easy corner to get around. You're gonna have to give a lot of sight to that. Oh, luckily the Vincent isn't spotted right now.
Marseille is getting chunk extremely hard.
To everything in the background. Let's see what the Ohio is going to be looking at. Wiggly
Yeah, the Marseille just dies.
Doesn't get the Citadel. Yeah, Marseille just dies. Now the Ohio is turning his turrets. He's looking for the Vincent. Yeah, he's not going to get a one shot on the Vincent, is he? Wigglytuff comes out.
Just believe in like triple Bowset or something. But unfortunately it stops landing, so.
English again with the Wigglytuff for the 2-0. You were saying something. I cut you off. Did you enjoy what you were about to say?
I forgot what I wanted to say already, so.
Couldn't have been that important then, could it? Alright, fun. Wonderful.
Well, good job to WB taking the 2-0 out of this match.
Yeah, we're gonna go dive into our next game. Let us see if we can find it. It is being made by a person in a place. Good talk. Alright, we are... Our next game is...